Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What's up, my glorious gigglers? I don't think I did that one.
No, which is like such an obvious word too, but we've
Yeah.
never said it.
Glorious bastard gigglers.
How are you?
I'm shook.
You are.
I'm a little shooketh.
Okay.
I tell myself I want to approach the podcast with positive, sane energy, and I always come in like I just got chucked off a train, which I did. I was
You
on the
look like you just
LIRR,
came from an EDM concert.
also known as the LIRR, which is a train from West Hampton to New York City that, let's just say, the Fire Island stop
It's
was wild.
like people are still drunk.
They're and you could tell like these two had a fight all weekend.
Mhm.
These two like hooked up, but now they're never going to talk again. So I was like taking
The
it all
anxiety
in.
on Sunday from coming home from like a different area, not just like pure like, oh, you partied, you went out, you woke up in your bed. Like coming home, traveling on Sunday
Yeah.
is a different anxiety.
You have to like take off your mask of like the fun person
Yeah.
you were and be like, okay, let's go back to my like daily misery. And I also realized that I tried to be fashionable.
Mhm.
I started to get like other bags. Like I used to just have one dirty bag.
Yep.
And now I have like a little bag, a medium bag, a big bag, a straw bag, a
Mhm.
leather bag. How do you not lose everything in every bag? Because my passport is in my brown bag, my medium-sized brown bag in West Hampton at this moment, because my little bag is here. And now I have to get an Uber to bring the passport so I can go to Montreal, because I forgot that Montreal was not in America.
That is, I forget that also. And I actually looked at my passport today and was like, don't forget your passport this week. You can't do admin at all. But I will say, if you frequent my Amazon storefront, it has a bag organizer in it. So that like every time you switch bags, you're not really switching bags. You're
Mhm.
switching the inside of it. So everything stays in one place.
Do you remember that show where like the Japanese kids were like 3 years old and they were doing like basic life admin?
Yes.
I
You
need
wanna
to be a contestant on that show. Like me versus a 3-year-old Japanese kid. Like go to USPS and mail a box.
Why are you going to Montreal today?
So tomorrow morning, oh my God, I'm doing this crowd work show on
Mhm.
Wednesday called Surrounded, where you stand in the middle of a crowd.
No.
This is what happened. I had a little too many crowd work TikToks, and now they're putting me in the middle of a crowd. And guess who's also on the lineup?
Like everyone's sitting.
Everyone's sitting, and I'm
Okay.
just in the middle. Marlon Wayans is on the lineup, though,
Wow.
from White Chicks.
Yep.
So I'm going to be, like, very nervous.
I'm already nervous. You know that I can't watch you.
And if I fart, there's nowhere
There's
for it
no
to go.
escaping. You're
There's
not
nowhere
going
for
anywhere.
it to go. No one's thought about that. So yeah, and then we're doing the Giggling Squad show in Montreal.
I'm so excited for that. The first
so
time
yeah.
we're in Canada.
Are you gonna have Putin? Poutine?
I had it one other time, but it doesn't really count because I got it from a Wendy's. Because it was my first time in Canada and I was like about to leave. And I was like, I can't leave without having it.
Says
And
the
only
girl
thing
who
was
made me eat at
open
a
was-
Margaritaville in Nashville. This has become a pattern.
First of all, that was just a lie. Apologize. Oh no, I did make you.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Okay, can you
Yeah,
apologize for
sorry.
making me apologize?
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good, but I want to tell you this really funny thing that happened. I don't know if I'm becoming more introverted like as I get older or if I'm just becoming more
Tired?
just fed up. But I feel like I'm like more in my head than ever. Like
Okay.
recently. So I'm sitting on the couch last night and I have like an L-shaped couch. So my head is here. My legs are this way. Okay.
The only couch you should have.
Right. So his legs are going like diagonal. Okay.
Mhm.
So his legs are like by my waist. We're not like lined up together.
Mhm.
They're like this, like by my waist.
Mhm.
We're watching TV. We're like, there's food. Like, we're not talking. Like, we're just like, it's a normal.
Sounds like a perfect
Yeah,
situation.
it's like a perfect, amazing. I'm having the time of my life, honestly. Last night was the best night I've had in a long time. We're not speaking. I'm thinking of something. Like, I don't know what I'm even thinking in my head, but like, I look at his legs and I just push them off. the couch. I
Mhm.
just pushed them right off. And
You're a literal cat.
and I immediately turn to him and look at him. And he looks at me and he just goes, "What the fuck?" And I go, "I don't know." Like, I genuinely didn't think about doing that in my head. I just saw it and I had to do it.
Mhm.
Like, I had to get you out.
I feel like there's two types of old people.
Yeah.
There's the old person who's just like grumpy, quiet, rude, doesn't care, and you're just like, she's been through a lot. Leave
Yeah.
her alone. That's
There's no
you.
changing her now. That's who she
Yeah.
is.
Then there's the
Yeah.
old person who's just saying wild. I think that's gonna be me. Like, I have no filter. I'm just gonna say it, and you're gonna be like, Grandma, you can think it.
Yes. I actually was asking a lot of, I know this is like a cliche question, but I was asking a lot of people the past weekend, like, if you got into like a brain trauma.
What?
I didn't have to make it so dark.
She's like, so I was going to people at the bar, and I was like, quick question.
If you like almost had in a car accident,
If you were a worm,
if you had amnesia, something happened, you couldn't remember anything, and nobody told you how old you were, and you just had to guess, like, what would you guess?
that's such a good question. I'm 43.
Yeah. Some people went like super young to like 19, and I was like,
That was the guys, right?
yeah, yeah.
Guys are 19 until they turn 72, and then they're like, I think I'm 40.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, wow, you didn't have trauma of like dating a drug dealer at 19, like almost getting your tongue pierced. Like, you haven't lived.
How old are you?
I had a really boring answer. I said 26.
So you're holding on to the to the peak years.
That's when I think I peaked.
Wait, that's when we met. When you met me.
Oh my God, wait, that's so
I don't
cute.
think you peaked.
No, I don't think I did. I peaked at 28.
I think I'm the best look I've ever been right now.
You think that at every age, though. Like, I
No,
feel like you've said that before.
No, I've been ugly until like, well, I got tan this summer. I'm in a very delusional, cocky state right now that
I
I'm
love it.
tan.
You are tan.
Thank
Your nails
you.
look great.
No,
So
I'm like in a bad place right now.
What?
I'm intolerable.
Okay.
I fully spent like an hour planning on like if I should start a foot OnlyFans, like, and do like a docu-series about it, because one person, Michael Blaustein, told me that I have potential in my foot because I have a nice arch.
Let me see.
One guy,
Take your flip flop off.
oh, that's sweaty.
You do have a high arch.
No, like I think I've been sitting on a gold mine.
Standing, if you will.
And I think if I could figure out how to like make good money through like Feet Finder, OnlyFans, whatever.
It is so good that you've never tried drugs. Because this is like a cocaine conversation. You're like, I have this business idea. It's like this place where everyone sits and they eat. And I think it's genius.
They get to decide what they eat. And if they don't like the food,
You're like, that's a restaurant.
they get to
You know me. What got you here? What got you to like, oh, I'm going to think about this for an hour?
So I was thinking about the patriarchy, and I was
Mhm.
thinking about the amount of women that don't realize they can make good money doing this kind of stuff off guys who have this weird foot fetish.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I could do it first, because
Mhm.
I'm a prude, if I could figure it out and have a system, then all the other girlies can be like, okay, Hannah did it. This is how I can do it. And then they can all start making serious money. These guys want to give us money for our feet. Why aren't we doing it? Like, men will DM me.
Yeah.
They
why,
don't-
why do you get so many weird
I don't get any normal DMs.
I think it's because you used to be really big on Twitter. Like you were
It's a strong
a
word.
starter in the Twitter sphere is how I think of you.
Twitter is a scary place.
Yeah. Now I think you're crushing threads.
I actually quit Threads
You did.
yesterday. I retired. No,
Okay.
are people threading?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it since the day you made me download it.
Yeah.
And by make me, I just like I saw you did it and then I was like, okay, I'll do it.
What kind of DMs do you get?
All girls. Every single DM I get is a girl. And if I get a guy DMing me, it's someone's husband asking for a happy birthday for their wife. So like but I've never I feel like I used to have boyfriends that would think that I lied to them, which I
Yeah.
did, but
Yeah, you
just
did.
about
other
other
things,
stuff.
yeah.
But I've never gotten like male
Oh, I thought you meant
Mail.
like literal mail.
No, like males in my DMs.
I'm trying to find this one message that I got, and I will find it, of this man who sent me the strangest thing.
So would this be like a long form tutorial or like a short documentary?
Oh, I found it. I wanted to like be like me and you sitting there, and I'm like, we just started filming fans, and we're laughing, and then we start to get serious, like.
So you've written a script.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
I immediately call up Michael, and I'm like, Michael, you love feet. How do I basically do a miscongeniality for my ugly feet? Like right now, there's hair on the toes. Some people might like the hair.
Yeah.
But I have to see.
Where
it.
are you posting it?
Probably YouTube, because I don't know. I don't
No,
think the
where
big
are you
streamers would want
posting
it.
your feet? Where's this?
Where am I not posting my feet?
Where does the exchange happen?
That's a good. I have to find out from Michael. Where are the foot lovers? Are
Mhm.
they on Foot Finder? Are they on? I think OnlyFans. Well, that's the thing. I have to figure it out for the girlies.
Okay.
And then once I do, I'm gonna come out with an ebook for free, where the girlies can download and say, okay, these are the steps.
You're always hustling.
I'm always
You're
hustling. And then
always-
I was telling my friend, she was like, you have a full world tour
yeah,
starting in September. When are you gonna do this? And I said, valid point.
on tour. She's walking, she's running through airports. These feet have seen places.
Yeah.
You know?
And maybe guys are into calloused feet. Maybe they like that one of my toenails is learning to love herself still because of the ski accident.
I'll do a cameo.
I feel like you're making this about you right now.
No, like I'm always thinking
Like,
about
I have one feature that now is supposed to be pretty, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna try. You're a limited 2 model.
I wanna
If you started a foot OnlyFans and it blew up over mine, I would be like, it was my one chance to be beautiful.
I'm not going to, but like I can't wait to see your pictures.
Did you
This
ever have
is
a
like
guy
when you
suck on your
said-
teeth?
My teeth?
Your toes. I'm so tired right now.
Sometimes when we do Giggly Squad, I feel like I am high.
No, I'm not okay.
Have I ever had a guy suck on my toes? No. Again, like I don't ever get asked to do weird things. No guys DM me. I don't get asked to do weird things. I think I'm a lesbian.
Wait, you're gonna say me sending you foot pics is like when I send nudes to you?
When you send me your nudes, and they're so like I wish I could share them because no one would understand how artsy you are.
It's behind our paywall. We have a Giggly Squad OnlyFans of the nudes we send each other, and the girlies comment like, okay, the lighting is so good in this. Okay, this is my last freaky DM. A guy goes, this was on TikTok.
Okay.
Hey, sorry to bug you. What do you think about the intro? I love that he's apologetic. He's already apologizing for the patriarchy.
As he should.
As he should.
Okay, I don't. So
and
far,
he knows he's self-aware. He knows he's bugging me. Like this is ruining
so far
my day.
I don't mind it.
But if you would please let me, I would explain 3 hard-fought reasons on why you should date me.
Okay.
I don't respond
Mm-hmm.
because he's bugging me. I think a couple days later he goes, "You're not even a little curious?" A couple days later he goes, "Fine." I'll give them to the abyss here. 1, I do stand-up comedy as well. Red flag. 2, I'm a chef with good health insurance.
A chef? Red flag.
True, red flag.
What?
You heard.
yeah, literally. You're only wearing the merch.
3, on the side of these 2 gigs, if a man has more than 2 gigs,
He lives in his mom's basement. He's a drug dealer. 2 separate gigs? No. Get 1 big gig.
if I'm a podcaster, stand-up, and foot model, I can do it because women are multifaceted.
That's different. We're in STEM.
Yeah, we're in STEM.
I heard someone talking about STEM the other day, and I literally turned to Craig and I was like, I think they're like stealing mine and Hannah's joke. And Craig goes, I think they're actually talking about STEM, actually. And I was like, oh yeah. I like forgot it was like a real thing, and then we like came up with the whole thing.
Someone yelled "women in STEM" at my show last week. I've been saying "women in the arts" a lot. 3, on the side of these 2 gigs, I work as a tantric masseuse, educating women on how to orgasm.
Immediate ick.
Do what you want with this information.
No, I do give like guys a lot of credit though for
Give me his full resume.
yeah, like For just like sending an outlandish message like that. You
Yeah.
know, like did they stop? Were they I like to think of like when they're in the moment of doing it. Like was there something else written and they deleted it and they're like, no, it's too much.
most
like did they
thing-
check their grammar?
You have to know what your audience is. Like that gave us so many icks. If he was just like, hey, I'm 6'7",
Yeah.
that would have done so much
Yeah.
more than
Yep.
your whole resume. Also, why are you assuming that I don't know how to orgasm? So anyway, this is what women have to deal with on a daily basis, which is why I'm turning to feet.
Well, keep me
In the loop,
keep me in the loop
in the sandal loop.
for what's happening with your feet and like where you're gonna sell it, what you're gonna do.
I'm just about like maximizing my potential on this planet, and I feel like it's just an untapped revenue source.
I
of
would love
mine.
to know people that like want to do it, the reasons they're not doing it. Like, is it just because like if someone found out, it's like you
It's
would get
too
made fun
easy?
of, or like it's too, like it's embarrassing?
That's the foot police. I think not. I think it's the
I
least
love that
embarrassing.
you wrote in the notes, my feet.
You know how Jennifer Lopez had? There was like a rumor that both of her butt cheeks were insured for like millions of dollars.
I've never heard that rumor, but that's
I might have just
amazing.
made it up.
Yeah.
but like that's what
I
on
feel like
my
I've heard
feet.
like models' legs have, like Heidi Klum's legs were insured.
Do you think it's an ick for a guy to have a best friend? Like he goes, "That's my best friend."
I actually don't know. I don't think so.
Chris, do you have a best friend?
Yes.
See, I got the ick.
See, I actually think it's like so cute. Like there's something about two guys hanging out with each other that's not like an act.
Yeah.
But when I see two guys like walking down the street hanging out with each other, I find it like arousing. Like it's like when they I told you it was gonna
You
be.
guys know the difference between like best friend and boyfriend, right?
Let me explain myself better. When guys like dap up, we love
a dap.
We love that. Like they're saying hi to each other. I like when they sit and like are talking to each other and laughing with each other. I
Mhm.
like to watch male camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think how I would explain it. So no, I don't find it to be an ick. I find it
Do
to
you
be an
say
ick.
like, "This is my best friend"?
No.
In your head, you're like, "My best friend just texted me."
Yeah. I get all giddy about it.
Like when she asked, "Do you have a best friend?" Whose name popped into your head
What's
first?
his name?
Pat.
Do you live with him?
No.
Because sometimes I feel like guys like make their roommate their best friend. Where I feel,
It's situational.
yeah, it's situational.
What do you like the most about Pat?
It's funny.
Men are so simple. I actually almost choked one of my male friends to death this last week because he ran into someone in my life that like the tea was piping hot.
Yeah.
Like I was like, he was like, they were talking about you and I was standing there and I was like, oh my, please tell me you got a
Yeah, just-
microphone. You like turned down the air
If
conditioning.
that was a girl, she would have texted you in moment, being like, "Wait till I fucking tell you what's happening to me."
And we were
right
in a 2-hour
moment.
car ride and
Yeah.
I was like, get the popcorn. I'm ready to fucking go. And
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, they brought you up. And I was like, yep, they did. What did they say? What did they say? Start from the beginning, start from the beginning. And he was like, yeah, they were like, yeah. And I was like, no, from the beginning.
Women should never be condemned for gossiping. We literally gossip because we're smarter, because we can remember more things. Guys just can't gossip because they can't remember.
He basically was like, yeah, he was like, it's really funny how Hannah da-da-da-da-da. And I go, okay, that's good information. How did that start?
Let's circle back to the da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
And let's elaborate on
Let's
it.
elaborate. And I'm like, and I want to know the energy in the room. I want to know like what was his
Was
like,
he facing you? Did he
Yes.
bring me up first?
Yes.
Did you bring
when the
it up?
other person was talking, what was he like fidgeting?
Yeah.
Was he like
Was he smiling when he was saying
I
it?
think
Did
when-
he say it in a different tone?
I do have to say when I gossip, I will add to the story. Like
Oh yeah, you're gonna make it better.
I'm enhancing it.
Yeah.
I'm making it
Well,
an incredible
you're a
story.
Natural born
I'm a
storyteller.
And I will come up with a thesis and conclusion based on what happened, being like, so overall, he's obsessed with you. It was embarrassing. Everyone around was like, this man can't stop talking about her. Everyone got weird. So I will add those things that possibly aren't healthy.
I don't talk. I tell a story. I entertain people.
No, when I like FaceTime you with something to say, I don't just tell you what happened. I'm giving you a play. I'm a playwright. I'm setting the scene.
I gossip so hard with my mom, so hard that we'll circle back and she'll be like, and now what was everyone wearing during
What's
it? And I'm like, girl, If you have another hour, I will tell you.
No, Des will get so annoyed with me because I'll have a good story for him and I go, okay. Because I need to add tension to the story. You can't just
Yeah,
tell them
you
what
have to
happened.
build,
you have to build
build.
it. And he goes, I don't need the details. I don't need the details. And it's
Yeah.
literally like men watching porn. You know how they fast forward to just the cum shot? I don't want the cum shot. I want to know, was she nervous? How long did it take her to take her bra off?
Gossiping is basically, if there's no foreplay, it's not going to
Put
work.
some lube in it before you dry finger me,
Yeah.
okay? So this guy literally was like, yeah, he said this about you. And I was like, I could not get any details out of this man. And he said, I realized that's just men.
Yeah. Like my favorite sentence for one of my girlfriends to say is, oh, and I forgot this. Like when I hear, oh, and I forgot this, I get wet. Like I literally.
When I call Paige for gossip, first I let her do the initial, like, what comes to mind. Then I let her sit, and things start coming out of a dark, dark abyss from her past that she's suppressed.
I feel like I'm on ayahuasca and I'm purging everything into my body. One time, do you remember the one time Hannah and I were in, I don't know what city we were in. We were getting our hair and makeup done for Giggly Squad show. And we had not seen each other in not that long, but in girl world, quite long. Like it was maybe 2 weeks, but that's like,
we changed as people.
that's years
Yeah.
in guy world.
How many traumas could you have in 2 weeks? A lot.
7 Menti Bs in just like straight. And we're talking so hard at each other that I like gasped for air at one time. And the makeup artist was not only shook, but she started having heart palpitations. She was like, I am nervous for whoever you're talking about because she doesn't realize you guys fucking hate her. And Hannah goes, oh no, we've never met her.
I'm sweating. She's like, I can't even put makeup on you right now because you're sweating profusely during this gossip sesh. But this is the crazy thing.
Gossiping is an extreme sport, and
It's
I'll
like-
never apologize for it.
It's like after a date. Like, I don't want to know what happened. I want to know the meaning behind it, how it
Yeah.
changed your life path, how it changed his life
Yeah.
path. Men will literally be like, it was good.
Yeah, like it was fine.
My worst situation is when Des gets gossip about other people,
Yeah.
which is pure just like good father.
Fodder. A good father.
Zaddy. And he'll be like, yeah. I'm like, is he still with his girlfriend? And he'll be like, I don't know.
I don't
And
know.
I'm like, you played 18 holes of golf. The first hole of golf I'm playing with the girl, I know her
Dating history, what her sign is,
if
what
she's
his sign
ovulating, what
is.
his
Did she
sign
do
is.
the filter on TikTok? What did that say? Are you
If
guys
sh-
compatible?
If she's getting along with everyone in her family, how her family's doing, if her brother's still with his girl, you don't even know if he's with his girlfriend.
No, it's insane.
But that's the question. What do they talk about?
I don't know what guys talk about. Well, while they're golfing, I feel like is a very specific time, like when they talk about things.
One thing they do when golfing is they'll be like, yeah, we talk about like dude stuff. We do like dirty jokes. And I'm like, what joke is so dirty
You can't say in front of
that you
us.
can't say
That
in front
would
of me?
offend
It's just
us.
like dude stuff. I'm like, oh, you're talking about like fucking chicks and you're all old and married. That's fun. That's cool. Also, I'm so much grosser than
I was
every
just gonna
old man
say
on the golf course.
I say way dirtier things. Sometimes I'll say something like so dirty that that Craig will literally be like, "Oh, like like why would you say
But
that?"
you low key like making him uncomfy.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
He gets uncomfortable sometimes if I say in just like too aggressive of a tone. He's like, "Oh my god, harsh." Oh my god, wait, I didn't tell you this. So I am just like living my life in my apartment. I'm living, you know?
Sliving.
Just living. And I get an email that my like storage unit that I have in my apartment, like in like where my trash area is,
Mhm.
I have like a storage unit, and I get an alert that like my payment is due on it. So I pay
So
my
you have crap in there?
yeah, I have stuff
Good
in
for
there.
you.
So I like pay my storage unit, and I'm like, oh, it looks like they double charged me. Like, let me email the guy and just like make sure.
Okay, admin queen.
Literally, just like such an adult. So I email the guy because I'm like, oh, let me just like double check on this that they're not double charging me. I was in fact wrong. They weren't double charging me, but you know, just better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm emailing with the guy, whatever. Later in that week, I get an email from my building saying, like, if you haven't said like what storage unit is yours. Like we're putting locks on them, we're clearing them all out, and like everything's gone by Monday. But I had already like been emailing with the guy. He knew which number my storage unit was. Like I didn't think that I was one of those people, right? Another week goes by. I have to go into my storage unit because I keep extra hangers in there when I'm not using them.
How big is the storage unit? Like, could a body fit?
A couple of them.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's like
continue.
a cage. Like you can like see through. It's like a cage. People keep their bikes in there. I keep my winter clothes.
That's smart.
My ski aesthetic.
Yeah, that's your ski gear.
My ski gear.
Which is a lot. How many accessories do you need to get
No,
on?
it's so-
fall down a mountain.
You can thrift in my storage unit, okay? So I go in there the one day and I notice that there is an extra lock on my storage unit. And I, for whatever reason, am infuriated.
Mhm.
Like I get so mad. I email them and I'm like, hey, there's a lock on my storage unit. Everyone's like away for 4th of July. I'm like, it's an emergency.
I need my ski gear in August ASAP.
It wasn't an emergency, but I was
No,
so
yeah.
mad
Yeah, it's
that I was
your-
like, that's
if I'm going to pay double for my storage unit.
so I'm telling my dad this story
Oh, you got your parents involved?
and I'm livid. I'm livid telling this story. And he's like, oh my God, you sound like me. Calm down. Your ski stuff is in there. You don't need anything. And I go, it's the point. And I go, so you know what I do? You know what I did, Dad? And he was like, what? And I go, I bought bolt cutters and I cut it off.
wait. You psychopath.
He goes, you're a fucking psycho.
Did you get it on Amazon?
Yes.
Is it on your Amazon storefront?
No, but I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it in accessories.
Wait, help. What does a bolt cutter look like?
It's my new favorite toy, and I'm going to start cutting everything. If you piss me off, I will bolt cut your neck off.
Wait, so it comes in and
It's heavy. It was heavy. Craig was like, what is this? It's like, those are my bolt cutters. He was like, what possible reason? I go, don't worry about it. I'm in there, snaps right off. I had the thought, like, should I do the person next to me, just help them out? I go, no. What if they really didn't pay for their storage unit? Those people.
Wait,
Got
you-
right in there, got my hangers, went about my day. I felt like Tony Soprano.
I'm terrified of you.
Yeah, people should be.
Did you put it in the storage unit just to keep it if you need it?
No, it's in my my hall closet in
Mhm.
case if anyone is ever in danger, come to my
I
apartment.
just envisioned you just for fun stealing bikes outside. Just finishing people's
I just turned into like the New York City menace, and I'm
New York
just
City
like,
bolt cutter.
like you get a Citizen's app alert, and it's like petite woman wielding a bolt cutter on 37th Street.
Hide your bike, hide your wives.
Pages on the loose. I don't know what possessed me, but it was my first thought too, which is actually so scary. My first thought was, "Okay, I'll buy a bolt cutter."
Did you not have that one moment where you were trying to be Indiana Jones and you tried to guess what the lock was? Like,
Never. I would
Oh,
never. I couldn't
yeah.
even do it in high school. I knew the combination. I still couldn't do it.
do you still have nightmares not being able to open your combination
yes, I
lock
could
at school?
never do it. And I was next to the same girl all 4 years, Deanna, and she was like, "Are you ever gonna figure out?" I used to not lock it. No one's stealing my Uggs.
Do you remember when they told you, like, you go one way, then you have to go twice the other way, and you're like, this is gonna be a problem?
I was like, I didn't pass year 1 algebra. You think I can figure this out? I'm born to be a podcaster. I'm not Albert Einstein.
No, I have those nightmares all the time. Just admin.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
What do you think about?
should we get into front page news?
Yeah, let's get into it.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
what do you think about?
Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. This is. I'm not.
Don't
I'm-
judge.
I'm
'Cause
not.
you are
no,
not one to
I'm
judge.
not. I'm gonna preface this with I'm not being mean.
Which means you're about to be so fucking right now.
Wait, let me get this out. You know when they say that when people get like a dog, they end up like looking like their dog or like looking like their animal?
Yeah.
Why is Ariana doing that with her boyfriends? Like, there was a picture of them standing next to each other, and like she looks like a natural born redhead. Like she with her like really blonde hair and like really pale skin.
Is that for the movie or is she going through something?
I don't know.
Is she
Oh, it
anemic?
might. Oh, she's playing
Wicked. I just haven't seen Wicked.
Well,
Chris, does the princess in Wicked have to have blonde
there's
hair?
no princess. Guys, come on. It's Wicked is
The witch.
no Dorothy. Like the two Wicked Witch of the East,
Yes.
Wicked
Yes.
Witch of the
Is
West.
she Dorothy?
She's Glenda, the
Oh.
nice one.
I missed it.
Did you not watch?
I never saw it.
You've never seen The Wizard of Oz?
No, I saw The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, it's basically that, but like about the witches.
Don't mansplain
Well,
this to
I'm
me.
just like Did you have a Lenore? I'll get Lenore on the phone.
Do you know how hard it is to get Broadway tickets to Wicked?
I went for my 16th birthday. Let me tell you, one of the best naps I've ever taken in my life.
Do you know who would love Wicked? Craig.
Craig.
Okay,
Such an egg. I hate musicals.
so I'm gonna take a different stance on this.
Okay.
When I saw this man's photo, I thought, obviously. Because if you actually think about it, Mac Miller, him, Pete Davidson, she loves a non-traditionally hot guy.
This guy, again, I'm not being mean. This guy isn't not traditionally hot. This man's not hot.
Can I throw you under the bus for a second?
Sure.
Paige once was hooking up with a guy
Don't even.
who she told we cannot be seen out in public.
I never said that to his face. I would never say that
She
to
goes,
a
this guy
person.
was so good in bed, but he was so difficult to look at. I said, you don't know me in public. We will leave in different entrances of the
That's
hotel,
not true. I did go out with him a lot in public.
But you didn't let him like
walk
hold
next
your
to me.
hand. That's honestly hot though.
You're embellishing it. It was like,
A secret affair.
yeah, it was whatever.
So first of all, I think we're not factoring in the guy's personality. And then a girl did say on TikTok, and I wish I could credit her. I forgot, some comedian girl said, I was not in a school like singing play. Have you been in a school singing musical play?
I have actually in like middle school, but no.
Were you good?
No.
Could you sing?
No.
Who casted you? I mean, what were you cast as?
I'm going to be honest. There was one girl in our class that could sing really, really good. And she was like always singing. And I was like, what the like I could sing too. And so then I made my mom get me singing lessons for 2 years. And at the end of the 2 years, my mom was like,
My
hey.
mom's a legit singer, got me singing lessons. And
My mom was like, you think we're done with this? We're probably done with this now, right?
after my first lesson, the woman checked herself into rehab. Was never the same.
She's never seen again.
I remember the feedback was she moves her head really weird when she's singing. Not even a note on my voice. She was like, "Why?" Because I thought to go high you had to like lift your head up, but to go low you had to lift your head down. I was 17. Anyway, the girl on TikTok, she goes, "If you've never been in musical theater, you never know the feeling of the one straight guy in the play who can sing."
I don't wanna.
But she's trying to say that when you're in a play, it gets very intense, and then there's
Yeah.
like one straight dude, and you're just like,
He's it.
it's like an office crush.
Yes.
Like he could literally be disgusting,
Yeah.
but he's the only guy in the office with potential.
If you that is such a good like PSA. If you have an office crush and you're literally about to risk it all for this
Mhm.
office crush,
Mhm.
I highly,
Mhm.
highly recommend going out into the wild
Yes.
with this man.
Yes.
This happened to me in my first office job. I found the one straight
Yep.
guy in our office,
Yep.
and I like had a boyfriend at the time, and I was like, "Do I love this guy?"
No, I had
He works in the mailroom. He is from California. I think he's my husband. I went out with this man one time into the wild for 20 minutes, and I was like,
There was this one guy at my sales job, and all the sales guys were like cocky. They were like good looking, but like I was sick of them.
yeah.
And there was this one guy who worked in marketing who was so shy. He was like 6'6" or something.
Yeah.
He had a lazy eye, but I like lazy eyes. And he would go and get water like right behind me. So obviously I was like, oh, he's thirsty again. And he would ignore me so much, like so shy, ignored me. And all these sales guys were so chatty. So the one guy who ignored me,
We do that a lot. If he's ignoring you, we're like, no, he's just so shy.
when I found out he had a girlfriend, it was like my world was over.
Yeah.
I was
You're like, how could he do this to us?
how could you do this to me?
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to work because it gives you a purpose. A
That-
work crush gives you a purpose.
That happens to me in airports when I like spot my husband and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's him.
Yeah.
And then like his wife will walk over and I'm like, are you kidding? I'm like, oh, you sent
How
her
could
to
you do this to me?
she was getting you snacks? That
Never
bitch.
gonna recover from this.
Yeah.
And I would put it up in my mind like for the one interaction a day with him.
Mhm.
So I'd be like, what is it gonna be? What are we gonna do? What is it gonna be? And it was always me being like, hey. And he'd be like, what's up? And then he'd walk away and I'd be like, that went well. Now let's replay it in our brain 400 times to be like, how well was it? How well was it? And then I would find random excuses just to walk by.
Yeah.
And I would say something stupid to one of his friends. And then it was fun.
I will say through this whole ordeal, I do feel a little bit bad for Dalton.
I don't.
No.
Dalton said he didn't realize how famous she was.
Did he actually say that though?
Oh, you're saying the media lies.
Yeah.
You're saying the tabloids lie. Take your box cutter and just rip them all to shreds. My thing with Ariana is I think she would agree if she was here, as we would agree with our lives. She has horrible taste in men.
Yeah.
Horrible taste in men because if you think about it, white rappers, male comedians, and the one straight guy in the musical theater play, that's a trifecta.
I know that.
Because I had a crush on every white rapper, and they are not okay.
Yeah, no.
They're not okay.
Can we talk about Jack Harlow basically subliminally messaging me on Instagram over the weekend?
Okay, this is a PSA for Jack Harlow.
The amount of gigglers that sent me, first of all, this is why they're the best, sent me his Instagram story of Meadow Soprano. Not only were they complimenting me saying like, this is basically you, which like, I'll take that all day long, but also that his type is me.
We've been manifesting this for probably like 3 years now.
Yeah, and I'm scared that like in 4 months it's gonna come out that like Jack Harlow like pees on people or something, like something crazy.
Yeah.
That like I just won't be able to recover from.
Well, now this is just anxiety speaking. Let's live in the moment. He literally posts that he wants a girl like Meadow Soprano, who we're friends with.
Yes.
And she thinks you're funny.
Yeah.
Which means that he's
Should
gonna
I
think,
have her DM him?
oh my God. She should be like, hey, thank you for the post. I highly recommend my girlie.
Yep. What do we say to Craig?
Craig is busy.
Craig can come.
Craig can come. I will distract him with a tennis text. I'll be like, did you see the random tournament going on the tennis channel right now?
There was some random article that it was like, oh, like he came out as poly after they got married. And it was like, no.
He cheated.
Yeah. He cheated and you found out about it. And now he's like, let's also make this my girlfriend. Like, no.
Okay. But with Ariana Grande, people have to understand she likes an ugly, hot dude. Rest in peace. She has, and
she
it's
has
okay.
a type, yeah.
She has a type.
Like her husband, I think is like,
He was cute.
is cute.
He was cute.
I know. I really I wanted Pete to get back in there.
I don't know. I feel like Pete is in rehab.
Yeah, he's on his own journey.
He needs to like focus on
himself.
So then, more flirting in the celebrity world.
Tom and Irina. I tend to think like if it's on page 6,
it's not true.
Like, did it is this like why would they be doing that? Because like if he wanted her to sleep at his house and he didn't want anyone to know, like they would be able to finagle that. Like, and it's the same weekend that it's Giselle's birthday.
That is a finagle.
Like I feel like he just did did that on purpose almost. Not like slept with Irina on purpose, but let those pictures out on purpose.
It's so crazy to see how celebrities fight. Like normal people will be like, oh, on his birthday, I'm going to post a photo of like me with a guy. Yeah. Where they're like, I'm going to be on page 6 with my dick out.
I'm going to have everyone talking about it.
Irina was with Bradley Cooper.
Yes, they have a baby together.
Is Bradley okay? Has anyone checked on him lately?
I don't know. I feel like he's so low key.
Yeah. He's good at staying out of the limelight.
I love him too. I'm just scared to publicly love anyone because it's either like they want to eat you, murder you, or you have to wear like your snowsuit when you're surfing. Or
has there been any updates on Jonah, or did it kind of get quiet?
I think it's getting quiet. I think he's doing the best thing for PR right now, and he's just.
Do you think he's gonna just reemerge with a movie?
I think he's gonna reemerge the way remember we forgot all about Adam Levine cheating on his pregnant wife and then wanting to name the unborn child his mistress's name. Adam Levine's probably on tour. He definitely is on tour. Probably brought the girlfriend, and we're just yeah, it's just men. He came out as poly. Let him live.
I feel like Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara could be fun. No, he couldn't handle that.
No.
She has too much personality.
Yeah, she's too much of like a star in her own right, I feel like.
Yeah.
Not that like Irina isn't. Like she's a famous model. Like, yeah.
I love
mean, I've never-
talking about them like we know all of them really closely.
I feel like if I did meet Sophia, though, we would be friends.
I agree. I also think it's kind of sad when they were posting articles saying like Sophia and what's his name?
Joe.
Joe. Joe Manigato. What is it? Joe Santigato.
I could never say it. Joe.
Chris, what is it?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Joe Man.
Manly
Whatever.
Man. Joe Manly Man. I think
Manganello.
they were saying how they're always fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
But they look so good on red carpets.
They're such a hot couple.
They're so hot, but that's why maybe Ariana's right. Don't go for the hot guy. Go for the ugly one who can sing.
Whenever you think something's wrong in your relationship, just remember there's a really hot couple out there. Not
True. Because they actually realize they don't like each other as people.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing going around? Everyone's sending it to us about like the couple that posts the most photos of themselves hate each other.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm like, we knew it. We've
Yeah.
known it. I didn't need a meme to tell me.
Just look through your friends that you graduated high school with. They'll tell you. We didn't do anything scientific. We just kept our eyes open.
Whenever your relationship's going badly, just stop posting about them. So now people reverse psychology.
Yeah.
So people think that your relationship's going well.
We're smart.
We're smart. And then maybe you'll trick people. Gigi Hadid was arrested for weed, for doing weed. Did it make you like her more?
My mom DM'd it to me like the Us Weekly headline. See? See?
This is why I'm always upset whenever you're traveling with your DH bags and your pens and your Sharpies.
If you would just stop that. I don't know why you need that.
No, I'm petrified. And she also was overseas.
Yeah, I know. She was in like an island. She was in like Cayman Islands.
Okay.
It's not like she was like in, I was going to say Russia, but I feel like too soon.
No, I know.
I feel like you can't say the word Russia.
I said Putin in the beginning.
Yeah, we're getting heavily political.
This is really political.
Yeah, no, like I'm not going to bring it to Canada because I'm like scared. I feel like you can smoke weed in Canada though.
I feel like you should look that up before you assume things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I feel like you're very pretty privileged with your weed smoking.
Okay.
You're like, I'm cute though.
In the moment in Spain, I did have like a thought in my head where I was like, they're not going to arrest me.
I'm adorable.
I'm like, look at this cute little bag. Oh my God, one weed pen, throw it out. Like, I'm chuck it. I don't need it.
You're like, I just get giggly.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, sorry, what am I going to eat? Too many freshly baked cookies on the plane ride home? My bad. Oh, I'm going to sleep through the entire 8-hour flight? Let me live.
Okay, we posted this video that did go viral on TikTok of us talking about the best connections.
We did?
Yeah, it has like 3 million views.
Oh my God.
Best connections is when the mom hates
their son.
your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I recently was looking through the comments, even though I said I don't look at comments, but these comments were fire.
Yeah.
Of girls saying things that happened. Someone said, "You're so much smarter than me at your age. He's just like his dad, and I stayed for 20 years."
Oh my God. That's like a double whammy. She's like, take me with you.
My ex's mom told me, "You can forget him, but you can't forget me." Every now and then you get a text from
Yeah,
a mom
from
and
a-
you're like, "Hope you're doing well,
Yeah.
Stacey."
Yeah. Wait, I feel like I'm gonna be that mom. Like, I feel like I will. There's gonna be like a few
You're
where I'm
for
like,
the girlies.
yeah, I'm like, I did really like her. I'm just gonna make sure she's doing well.
That's so funny.
I like that.
This one person said the first time I broke up with my ex, I guess multiple times, his mom said, "You need to go find richer and older."
Yeah, smart. So fucking smart.
My ex's mom looked me in the eyes and said, "You'll always do more work in this relationship than he will. Hope Susan's doing okay, heart." The whole family asked me why I was with him. Should have known then, LOL.
I one time had a mom like overly thank me for being with her son, and that also freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out, yeah, they were trying to get me into some weird cult or something. Not really, but like just like in their family.
Some boyfriends are just like your own little cults.
Yeah, and it was like she was like, "We're so happy you're here, and we're so happy you're spending the night." And I got an Uber.
If you need a condom.
I literally got an Uber home like later in the middle of the night because I was like, something doesn't feel right. And I made something up like from Long Island to New York. I was like, I gotta go.
I told you once a mom was like, my advice for you is keep him on his toes. I was like, are you saying to cheat on him? Imagine the mom, like, I was going to marry this man. And she was like, keep him on his toes. Like, what?
She's like, have another boyfriend.
What?
Up until the wedding.
What does that mean? Like, he's going to get bored with me just like
Yeah.
being myself?
Basically.
His parents showed up to my house and told me to end the engagement. Real ones.
Wow.
My ex's mom literally cried in my arms because of his behavior, and I stayed for 3 years. Run when the mom gives you clues. Wow.
Yeah, you just have to like look at the mom's life and see. You also, I think a really big thing is seeing how your boyfriend or your significant other treats their mom.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's so how like I feel like he treats his wife.
But I also think when a guy is overly obsessed with his mom, that's equally as annoying.
I mean, just like being polite. Like,
yes. Oh,
like I will
yeah.
say, one of the first things I noticed about Craig is like he's always like worried. Like, is his mom comfortable? Does his mom
Yes.
like? Is his mom gonna have something to eat? Like, does she
Yes.
like? And that like,
Yeah, if a
That's
guy's on the
big.
phone and he tells his mom to shut up, it's like,
it's funny, but like, don't do it.
then this person said, my ex's dad told me I could do better. That's next level.
Yeah,
To break
because
bro
dads
code.
have no idea what's going on.
No idea what's going on at all.
Like, I feel like none of my boyfriend's dads.
He's
knew my
like, look,
name.
I don't know what your name is,
Yeah.
but I like
I
you.
feel like I've seen you around here a few times. Are you having fun? Do you like it? Is everything okay?
My mom would need to know like in-depth things about the relationship and how I felt and what we do. My dad would do this thing called Boyfriend Olympics. Did I tell you that before?
No.
When a guy would visit Shelter Island, he'd meet my mom, they'd have like a long talk, and then my dad would be outside just like holding a bat, and he'd be like, you ready for the Boyfriend Olympics? And they'd have to throw footballs with him. He'd have to see their arm. He'd have to do like a little like baseball like home run derby.
Your boyfriends were like him scheduling a play date.
Literally, but he was like, it was the Olympics, like he was rating them, like he was writing it down, their vertical leap. Because he was like, I'm not having some weak ass dude marry my
Yeah.
daughter because we want to have Division
You're
One.
breeding
We're breeding athletes. So the guy could literally be a serial killer, but he'd be like, he got an arm on him.
Yeah.
And then one guy like
You're like, Dad, he smokes meth in the basement. You're like, he's like,
One
but have
guy,
you seen
like,
a swing?
was very funny but couldn't hold a plank, and my dad was like couldn't get over it.
got the ick.
My dad literally got the ick. He was like trying to throw a ball with him and he got too close, and my dad was like, I'm over this man. If my dad can't play golf with him, my dad thinks I'm getting boyfriends to play games with him. And I don't think that's healthy.
No, but I love that your dad got the ick. Yeah. Parents can get the ick too.
Anyway, are you watching anything?
I'm watching Love Island, and I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
I get so excited for the summer session of Love Island, and I hate. I'm not vibing.
Is this the British one?
Yeah. It's UK. It's prime time. They're in Spain. It's in the summer. I'm like, it's almost over, and I haven't felt an emotional connection to anyone. And we did Casa Amor. We did the whole thing. Like, they're coupled up.
What's the problem? Do you think it's just casting? Do you think people
think
are
it's
too into like being famous and from Love Island?
No, I don't even think that. I'm just like not invested in anyone's relationship. Like, I don't think anyone truly is like obsessed with each other. And like Molly May and Tommy Fury just got engaged.
Yeah, they're like,
So like it's possible. And I'm just not vibing with anyone.
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I did fall asleep during a very intense documentary on Amazon of Ted Bundy's
You love Ted
longtime
Bundy.
girlfriend
Oh my God.
talking about how like they fell in love.
Is she still alive?
Yes. And it's from the perspective of the women, which is important.
Yeah.
She was with him for years before the killing started.
Okay. So she wasn't with him while he was like being a serial killer.
No, she was with him beforehand when he was just like
Like a
a normal guy. She did say that he liked to lie a lot and that he would steal things a lot. Like he'd like steal a stapler and she'd be like, why'd you steal that? But he was like really smart, really charming. Everyone loved him. But she'd be like, did you need the salt shaker from that restaurant?
Wait, it's kind of hilarious.
But like we all know someone who does that. Like I had a friend who would do that all the time. She thought-
Really?
yeah, she thought it was so funny. I'd be like, why'd you take the cup? And she's like, isn't it fun? Isn't it a cool cup? And I'm like, okay.
Wait, oh my God. Is that like a sign of.
It was like something about how like they liked getting away with it.
Okay.
And he liked feeling smarter than people. I just don't know how you got from like stealing a salt shaker to like murdering people. I
Yeah.
feel like that was a leap and a reach.
Yeah. You could have done other things.
But it was funny because they were like really in love. And then she was like, then you started acting weird one day. And that's when you tell your friend, like, he's fine.
He's so busy.
busy.
Work's been really tough, and so he's just like been a little depressed. And I know he had to get a haircut yesterday,
Yeah.
so he's probably like busy with that.
Then he was on the phone with his mom and all that stuff.
I had a girlfriend who was like, one time we went out to dinner, and she's like telling me all this stuff about her boyfriend, and she's like, yeah, and like he just like. He works in finance, and so he's up like really late at night, and so like he needs things to like keep him up. And she's like talking, and I go, babe, I think he's a drug addict. She's like, no. He's not doing it. Like, we're not like going out and he's doing it. Like, he's doing it at home. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm like, okay.
She goes, no, he's doing it alone by himself in the morning. It's not, no one's getting hurt. He's not addicted. It's his drug of choice to wake up.
Oh, so
Full
funny.
circle from how we can elaborate stories as girls and guys just don't. We can elaborate the worst possible boyfriend situation to be like, he's amazing.
She's like, but he loves me so much. He's like always talking to me. I'm like, yeah. Because he's literally coked up. He's chatting.
This girl, Sabrina Breyer, did the funniest video. I just had her on Burning in Hell, actually, where she goes, that one boyfriend who, like, really sucks.
Yeah.
But you know when you're, like, so excited to show your friends this boyfriend and he shows up and he's on his phone the whole time?
Yeah.
And you're like, babe, you try to have, like, a little banter in front of your friends and he's, like, not doing it.
And you're like, that's so us.
That's so us.
He
And
just
you're-
ignores
he's
me
so
and, like,
silly.
I laugh about it.
And you're, like, looking at your friends, you're like, he's so hot, right? And he's literally, like, Googling, like, how to break up with my girlfriend. And then you leave and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that ever again. You're like, oh my God, it's okay. It was so annoying to make you hang out with my friends for 45 minutes. That was so annoying
You're like,
of me.
they're the worst, right? You get in the car and you're like, she's annoying. I know, I told
no,
you.
I need to end my friendships with all of them. You're so right.
I really want to see the Barbie movie.
Oh my God, we totally forgot.
To go
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it because I'm naughty. Des is like really good friends with Cillian Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like crazy.
This is it. Like, this movie's put him
He went to college with him and did acting with him. Like they were in like the acting club.
Wow. Does he know that you forgot your passport in West Hampton?
The amazing thing about Des is that he's as forgetful as me. So this is like just a day in our
Par for
life.
the course.
Like I hate when people get mad at you for making a mistake.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow he'll call me and be like, "Oh my God, my wallet is in the ocean," and I'll be like, "Okay, babe,
You're so silly." See, I feel like I have beaten Craig down so much that like when we're at the elevator and he's like, he actually like, it's like,
I don't need my phone. I don't need it. I actually
Literally,
didn't want to bring my phone."
I'm the mom where he's like, Mom, I have a project due tomorrow and I like didn't get any like markers for it and you gotta take me to CVS. And it's like 9 p.m. Like, I'm that mom. I'm like, really?
See, Des and I will be like driving for an hour and he'll be like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Turn the car around. I probably forgot something too." We're so bad.
You're like, actually, I should do a sweep also.
So I had a hot take on Barbie. And I like having hot takes with no research involved.
Okay.
I have not seen the Barbie movie.
Right.
It's supposed to be like very feminist. I think it's done so much marketing. Like there hasn't even been one conversation about how Barbie made you feel like you couldn't have one labia.
Well, she didn't have.
I know.
Right.
So like you're, scissoring your Barbie dolls and you're like, are these girls, why do their legs look like that? And then
Were you a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world?
I got Barbies.
Yeah.
I definitely played with. I wasn't one that was like burning their heads on fire. Like that, people should look into. I wonder where those people are now. The ones who would like cut all the hair and like mark it.
Yeah, and like I feel like girls would like brag about that back in the day, and they're like, I cut off all my Barbie's hair. And I'm like, that's weird. Like you're, Mom, I don't want to play here anymore.
Like, okay, Ted Bundy. You walk in and all the Barbie dolls are on stakes.
Yeah, I was not a
Their
Barbie
heads are on
girl.
stakes. Yeah. Oh, you weren't?
No, I actually thought Barbie was stupid. Like I didn't get how people played Barbies.
I was more Beanie Babies.
Okay.
like a
I
collector. I was an art collector as a young age of Beanie Babies.
You're like, how can I sell these?
Yeah.
This is gonna be
I didn't
worth
really
a
play
lot.
with them. I just had like piles of them.
Yeah.
I also had those little horses. I'm not a horse girl,
Really?
but I had those, I think.
My Little Pony.
Yeah. And then I had the like
Did-
fairy that you like pull the
Yeah.
thing and she like flies and like breaks everything in the house.
Were you a Polly Pocket girl?
Maybe. I did get an American Girl doll at one point that like looked
I was
like me.
a true
and haunted
baby
me.
doll girl. Like I
Which
wanted,
is so funny because you hate babies.
I know. I wanted my baby. They were mine. I felt like I had a cult. Like these were my
Did you like wake up in the
babies.
morning like, oh my God, my baby needs to nurse?
Yeah, I would wake up and be like, this is my child.
I killed Tamagotchis.
And like my mom wouldn't take that seriously, that was my child. And like she needed to come. She needed
That's what
to, like,
I
be in
tell
a
Des about Butter. I'm like,
stroller.
this is my child.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I
birthed
birthed
her. I would like to see a study of like girls, what they decide to play with at a young age and where they are now.
Yeah.
But there is a huge discrepancy of girls just not being gifted Legos as kids.
Yeah.
And if more girls were gifted Legos, they might be more into STEM.
See, I actually, not to get super feminist on Giggly Squad, but I had a brother. So, like, I had access to all of his toys as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything was navy blue,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want, like, get it away from me.
Yes, true.
Like, so there were Legos, there were blocks, there were video games, there was trucks, and I would kick them.
What if it was
say-
a pink Lego?
I didn't want it. Get it out of my school, my
Mhm.
fake school here. Like, I'm teaching.
That's
here.
the thing. I was like, I don't need to play with dolls. I am the main character. Like
Yeah.
I told everyone to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm teaching
I'm
a
the
lesson
teacher.
right now. I told my own Nana, I said, Nana, you talk too much.
Yeah. Like, I was in charge
I was
at all
doing music
times.
videos. I did Gangster's Paradise and I choreographed the whole thing. Oh, good times.
Yeah, good times.
So the Barbie movie, I just feel like I know it's very feminist, but I do think it is Mattel at the end of the day, and we have to be reminded that like Barbie came for our throats as millennials, came for our throats.
Yeah.
They were all blonde with the most insane long bodies, and the outfits were wild.
Maybe that's started, like, where I was like, blondes. Where's the brunette Barbie? Where's Kelly?
I know.
You know,
And-
Kelly didn't come out. No, Kelly was the sister. Who was the friend? We don't even
but
know
again,
her
why
name.
does the brunette have to be like the ugly friend?
Yeah.
She didn't even have a personality. She couldn't even talk.
We didn't even know her name.
They didn't even have nipples.
No, they didn't.
So I'm fine.
Have you
that
ever
everyone's
have you
loving
ever
Barbie,
seen the
but-
thing where like they do like a real life size? Like if Barbie had life size
Yes,
measurements,
it's
she wouldn't
crazy.
be able to stand.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm not saying we shouldn't have a Barbie movie. I just wanted to be part of the conversation. Like, let's not forget. We're Italian. We don't forget.
Okay.
I think they addressed it in the movie. That's what people are telling me.
Mm.
But I haven't seen anything written on it. No press. Their PR team is working overtime. If I see another pink thing, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah.
Everything is a Barbie collab.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
There's like Kentucky Fried Chicken that's pink. And they're like, Barbie.
Did you see Popeyes made a section of their menu called Girl Dinner?
I mean, genius.
Genius.
Genius. Some people are saying girl dinners are bad because they're unhealthy, but I think that's anti-feminist.
Craig made me explain to him what Girl Dinner was, and he was like, I do that.
Craig is a feminist icon.
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, thank you guys for giggling with us today. Our tickets are on sale for New York City.
Yes.
Our tickets are on sale for Toronto. And we love you guys so much. Giggle with you later. Bye.
Bye.